What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another edition of On the Road to Victory. I'm your host, Jimmy Smith, and well, here for a post-game show where the Eagles have once again lost. Now, 13-3. Oh, my Lord, and the bridges are burning. The world is on fire. It was a tough loss. Very disappointing game here. And, this team, man, we knew we were missing a bunch of pieces, but still thought we could go into this game, get the job done at home against the Saints. And, boy, did they struggle to start the game. And then end of the first half there, they do, a little something. Scott gets the interception. The offense gets down the field. And it's like, all right, maybe we have some life. Start the first half. We go down. We score the touchdown. The refs are like, can't have that. You pull that back, settle for a field goal. And then beyond that, there's so many opportunities for this team to get back in the game. You have a chance at the end there. Gardner Minshew throws that interception. And Gardner Minshew was atrocious today is the word I'll use. Wow, I cannot wait to get our MVP quarterback back. And, people say, Gardner Minshew could come in and this team would be the exact same. I'm going to disagree mightily. And, not just Gardner Minshew, but not having Lane Johnson, not having Avonte Maddox here, very unfortunate to lose those guys. But, you see what it does to this team. And I thought this defense played real great today. Obviously set the NFL record. We talked about the last couple of weeks with that real close, and it happened today. The first team in NFL history to get 4 players with 10-plus sacks in a season. Hassan Reddick has 16, and then you got 11 apiece for Brandon Graham, Josh Sweat, and Javon Hargrave. Then you got Cox with 7 behind them, so that's the top 5. And we have 68 sacks on the season. If we get 5 more, we break the NFL record. 4 ties it. The Chicago Bears in 1984 with 72 sacks in a season. So this defense, kept us in this game, but this offense, man, at times it would be clicking, and then Minshew with just some terrible throws, or the offense getting stupid penalties. Jack Driscoll getting eaten alive. And I thought, at times you could have more help. And at times, you had to do what you could. It was just very frustrating game, to say the least. Not exactly how I wanted to start the new year. I'll be real with you. I was really looking forward to clinching that number 1 seed, winning the NFC East, starting the year off right. But we're going to start it off with a little adversity here. And look, this is good. We'll get all the bandwagon fans, all the media off our ass, and we'll see this team rise up from this. And Jalen Hurts will come back next week, and maybe we'll just go beat their ass. And that way he only has to play first half, maybe 3 quarters. We go lock it up, get the number 1 seed. Then he gets that week of rest. And we talked about it. Even if we clinch in this game, I thought Jalen Hurts should play next week a little bit, just because being out a full month, being off sync with that line, all that stuff. So, and the receivers, everybody, and you see what it does with the new quarterback, dude, so many stupid penalties. So I think for me, this team will be just fine. No reason to lose your mind. If anybody, is done with this season, feel free to send your gear my way, tickets, whatever it may be. But I still believe in this team. And, you've seen sloppy play from certain players that have stepped it up most of this year, Slay or Bradbury with stupid plays, and Jason Kelsey. And it's like, it shows you when other players are out, man, things are just off. So we need to get these guys back. We're hopeful that Lane Johnson, CJ Gardner-Johnson, Avonte Maddox, Jalen Hurts will all be back for the playoffs, and we desperately need those guys. But stupid penalties, stupid things today. So very unfortunate, but hope you guys are enjoying the new year as much as you can. I know this is not how anybody wanted to start. It pisses me off for sure, but hope you're doing well. Let me get over to these comments here. My man Knight in the building. Indeed, my man. And very frustrated. It was a tough game for sure. You definitely wanted to win that one. Didn't want to have to win the next week, but we can win it. We will win it. Still pissed off we lost, but it is what it is. We might have ourselves a problem. Driscoll struggles apparently, and thanks to Rumble. Yeah, man, we're going to need him to do some things next week differently. Shane Steichen with this offense, help him out, whether it's more 12, 13 personnel that we've talked about, maybe a running back like Miles Sanders, maybe blocking a little bit better, but that's why you saw certain running backs in there at times. It is what it is there, but once Jalen Hurts comes back, things get much different. But yes, Lane Johnson, that's why he put off surgery. That's why we desperately need him for these playoffs. It's not even going to be Lane Johnson at 100%, but it's going to be better than what we've got right now. And I'm real scared about Lane Johnson. I hope he stays healthy throughout the playoffs. Hopefully only in a few games we need him here, but man, it is definitely scary, but that dude is a beast. So let's go, baby. Let's believe this team. When we get those players back, we'll be just fine. And it's an unfortunate situation to have to go win this game against the Giants, but Giants suck. And they're a decent team this year. And that they're going to do everything they can to spoil that for us. So we got to come out. And Jalen Hurts, you can see him on that sideline, man. He wants to get ready to come out here and whoop some ass. So let's go. But they didn't run the ball as much, Tim. So I'm with you. You know how pissed off I was about that, bro. But the zone defense is what we run. Defense did great today, but the offense definitely struggled. Never saying Minshew Mania. Yeah, man, I never said it. That's why, hey, look, more power to everybody that thinks he could, be the leader of this team and do the same thing. I have obviously expressed how much I don't believe in that, and I believe that Jalen Hurts truly is the MVP. I think people see that right now. Oh, okay, maybe it is a little differently. So, yeah, man, we'll lock it up with Jalen Hurts, our MVP quarterback, when he returns. Get the win here. Yeah, man, it is what it is. And, I thought he could definitely pull this off. The defense did what they had to do, but this offense, not running the ball, I didn't understand. And I understand, they have good players, but they have struggled against the run this year, and we just didn't get it done. There's nothing else. Struggling on the offensive line, struggles everywhere. And every time you get a flow, something going, there'll be a stupid penalty. So you shot yourself in the foot and you caught yourself a loss. It's unfortunate, though. Big ups to BG indeed. A little concern and sweat. Yeah, I'm really hoping the best. He has feeling everywhere, but a neck injury, that's concerning. So we'll find out. Obviously, they'll give us as much as they can throughout the week, but Wednesday is always the initial injury report, so we'll definitely know by then. But if there's anything Monday or Tuesday, I'll jump on, let you know. But very concerned about Josh Sweat. But the rest of those guys really stepping it up. This defense, continues to get pressure. I keep hearing you had to blitz every play, and it's like, dude, we're setting records in the NFL for like how good this defense is. I don't know, whatever. Let people. They always got to point a finger somewhere, but I think it should be more focused on where it should be. And that's the fact that, these injuries are killing us, and our coaches need to game plan better around these injuries. I thought Gannon did much better this week, and I thought he did all right last week. Obviously, some stupid plays, mistakes by players not executing. But this week, the offense finds themselves just flat out looking like trash. And again, once you get things going, then all of a sudden it'll be a stupid penalty, or it's just interception, something dumb. And it's killer. You can't do that kind of stuff, man, especially when you're down the players you are. Don't know where we are. I'm thinking our team is disappointed about Hurts. Yeah, I'm thinking they're very disappointed that they don't have their MVP. So I agree there. Hurts will show everyone why. Yes, indeed, my man. I agree. I think that, it's hilarious. And I've been saying it the last couple of weeks, oh, yeah, anybody could step into this offense. It's like, oh, okay. Like literally shotgun RPOs is what this offense is based off of. And you can't do what, you saw Gardner Minshew, what it takes away not having that threat to the defense. So, yeah. They'll see when he's back how different it is. So we'll clinch it. We'll be fine. I still believe in this team, man. Chris Sims still sticking with take on Hurts being valuable. Chris Sims is one of the dumbest people. He really has no clue what he's talking about out there. That is just, it's ridiculous hearing him. Offensive line needs a reboot. Well, yes, we need Lane Johnson back. Yes, so that's why he's not getting that surgery. We'll hope he stays healthy. For the first half, pass defense still covered well to pass rush. Yeah, look, and, the players, I talked about it, stupid plays from Slay, Bradbury, Epps. There were a lot of times where, it was just like, what are we doing here? And, as much as people want to say, why are you playing zone? What are you doing? When you're in zone, it becomes a responsibility to take a person in that zone. So they're not supposed to just be wide open like that. So someone's responsibility, someone not. And you can't let Andy Dalton do that. So, look, this defense tried to keep this offense in the game, and it didn't happen. Not about next week. Listen to what a team is saying. They knew they were putting our best. No, it is about next week. You got to put this off, and it's just all about next week. So Giants won. Yes, they did. No, he's an idiot, but he still makes me mad. Yeah, he is a complete moron for sure. But it is definitely all about next week, because all you got to do is go beat those lousy Giants, and then you have the number 1 seed. So it's still right in front of us. And as much as I really didn't want this to come down to this at all, no one did. We wanted to be able to just go ahead and lock it up. And then, again, as I said throughout this week, I still would have been playing Jalen Hurts next week against the Giants a little bit, because I don't want him to be out like a whole month, because you see just getting, on the same page with that offensive line, just especially with Lane Johnson out right now, the things that are going on with this team, you need your leader back, damn it. But, it is what it is, man. I think if it were really need be, he could have came back this week. But, you don't want to cause any nerve damage. And we thought we could get the job done. No reason we couldn't have gotten the job done. We almost beat the Cowboys last week. But you keep shooting yourself in the foot, this is the result you're going to get. So for me, Oh, it's killer, man. You got to really get pissed off about this, throughout the week, and you really got to rise up, and you got to, deal with this adversity. And I'm not going to be one of those people that's joining in. This whole week you're going to hear the season's over. They're one and done. It's don't care. I really don't, because it's so funny listening to like the announcers and people, the way they're talking. And it's like, yeah, remember that Jalen Hurts is not playing. Like, I don't know. I can't believe this team can't get the offense. And it's like, bro, either can I. But remember, you don't have your MVP quarterback. Like, I just like when they were talking about, the quarterback, you could run the ball here. And it's like, yeah, he's not Jalen Hurts. And I agree that at times he could definitely have just tucked it and ran it himself. But it's just so funny. Like, I know I'm not the only one that realizes he's not out there. So I think those ridiculous narratives can be put to rest. This dude is truly, the MVP, because people thought this game meant, oh, well, it's going to show that Jalen Hurts is not the MVP. To me, it truly shows that he is the MVP. And without him, man, this team, we're lost. So come on back, please, for the love of God. And he will be. He'll be back against the Giants, and we'll get Lane back for the playoffs after that first round bye. We'll get, we'll just speak it into existence. We'll get Avante. CJ Gardner-Johnson is eligible this week, so we'll see what happens there. But hey, man, I'm still believing in this team. I'm pissed off we lost. Don't get me wrong. And a good win from the Saints that, we talked about in the top matchups with Taysom Hill. You got to watch out for all these things. Chris Olave, Rashid Shaheed, all of these players we talked about, Juwan Johnson. And they came out, man, and they did the dinking and dunking with Andy Dalton. We talked about all these things, and you got to watch out for that shit, man. And here we are. We lost. So nothing else we could do. Bummer loss, O-line. Yeah, man, we were talking about that, Ryan, a little bit ago. This offensive line without Driscoll, you got to help out, maybe more 12 personnel, 13 personnel even next week. Do whatever you can. And I know Miles Sanders isn't the greatest. He had definitely a couple missed blocks here today. So got to do what we can to help before Lane gets back. And it's pretty concerning, that next week, this Giants team is playing pretty well. So we got to go out here, smack them right in the mouth, man, and do what we got to get pissed off. We have really just come out sluggish, looking like trash, and it's just unacceptable. But I do believe this team knows how good they are. So they're just beating themselves right now. That's a good thing. I know it sounds crazy, but you can fix these things. Not only the injuries, but your stupid shit you're doing to yourself. So you got to fix it, man. Seen this act too many times. I'm worried that they're one and done. I can't agree with the Dan Sileo takes. This is not a team I've ever seen before. This is a completely different team. I've never seen a team built like this. So I'm not giving up. I think it's funny that, people think that this is the exact same team with Jalen Hurts, Lane Johnson, Avonte Maddox, CJ Gardner-Johnson when they come back. I don't agree that all the other players that are filling in for them are playing at the same level. I just don't agree with that. I don't think Dan Tilio knows what he's talking about. But my man Drew has entered the chat, bringing that good energy. Let's go. They're going to keep doubting. We're going to hear it all week. Season's over because Jalen Hurts played like trash. And it's like, dude, he didn't even play. Yeah, well, we all know Gardner Minshew's the same exact quarterback. We're going to hear it all, man. And we're just going to have to keep laughing right in their faces because this team, Nope. I won't accept it. I won't. This team is still going to compete for that Super Bowl. Ah! You had to say it, didn't you? Man, I'm all choked up now. I need a sip of water. I never have to take a drink during a show, but I do today because all the screaming. I was losing my mind. Dude, holy crap. I caught a little something in the throat there, a little driftwood. But run the ball. That was something I probably said about 30 effing times during this game. Probably more. Let's be real here. But Drew. I was thinking about you, man. And sorry, I'm almost choking and dying thinking about it here. But run the damn ball. I don't understand why, for the love of God, we did not run the ball more. He's got 2 carries in the first half. Oh, this is a great game plan. Again, we're doing the same thing we did. It was killing me. So that the offensive game plan was trash. Trash. We talked about this at the beginning of the video. Not helping the offensive line, not running the ball. I just very well could be one and done. Don't agree. I don't think this is the same team. But hey, you guys agree with Dan? It's all good, man. You're allowed to have a differing opinion. I myself do not think this is the same exact team with Jalen Hurts at quarterback. I don't see it, man. What about the nerve damage next week? It's about the same as a week actually means he is healed in a week extra's time. So we'll have an extra week there to heal. So that is much better, as we talked about this week. Play calling was garbage, is what it was. Complete garbage. Garbage. It was bad, man. Do you think we'll match up with the Giants? The word of Chappelle. Wrap it up. I'm all about it. Wrap it up, man. Let's go. Hope you all had a great New Year's. I hope you took Ryan's advice here, had yourselves a great time. No, I'm sorry. But, dude, this team has to wrap it up, man. They got to get it done this next week. And I just can't get with that, and I understand that people think Gardner Minshew is the same quarterback as Jalen Hurts. I don't think that way. I don't think that, Lane Johnson is Jack Driscoll. I just don't think Josiah Scott is Devontae Maddox. And I don't think Reed Blankenship being there is the same as CJ Gardner-Johnson leading the league in interceptions. So, it is what it is, man. Let the people all have doom and gloom. Like I said, though, if anyone has any gear, any tickets that they are giving up, if they're done, they're not an Eagles fan, please, I will happily take any of that stuff off your hands. I will always be rooting for my Eagles, and I truly still believe in this team. So, hey, I'll send you my address. Let me know. Always reach out to any of these comments or any of these things in the comments, the messages, whatever you want to do. But I'll happily take it. Embarrassing indeed, man. It was trash all around. And the offense had more than enough chances to get back into this game. The defense had its issues in the beginning of the game. Thought really wrapped it up there. We talked about setting NFL records and doing great things. That's fantastic. But I just want the win. That's all I wanted. And it sucks, man. I'm pissed off. But don't get me wrong. I really believe in this team still. I think once Jalen Hurts comes back, it's a different team. I really do. And I know the media is trying to push the narrative that this is the same team with Gardner Minshew. I don't feel it, man. I think that it's very glaring how different of a team it is. And I think once he comes back, it's going to give all the players an extra spark. And the coaches, everybody is pumped to get him back. We'll be all right. But today was complete garbage. So I agree with you, man. No sugarcoating that. During this game, I scared my family. Oh, yeah, man. My voice is shot. I was pretty pissed off, dude. I'll be real with you. This play calling was trash. The execution, everybody just ass all over the place. It was pure garbage. So, not how I wanted to start the new year, but do not mistake that for thinking that this season is over, because I just don't. I think with those players back, we thought we could get it done with Gardner. We realized we cannot get it done with Gardner. So, it is what it is. Yeah, I was pretty pissed off with the game plan today. It was trash. Next week must come out. Yeah, man, you got to run the ball. You got to do all the things we talked about this week that they just apparently missed the memo on. So, kills me. But, I'm all right, man. I really am. I really think that I calmed down a little bit before I came on here. And I thought that, look, this team, they have gone through a lot this year. And if we're going to lose, we're going to take, some lessons here throughout the season. I'm going to prefer them to happen in the regular season. And look, even when Hurts comes back, you have to realize the glaring holes that if Lane Johnson goes down, what do you want to do there? Is Jack Driscoll staying there? Are you moving Mylott over at the right? He struggled there. But I don't know what they want to do. I think you put more tight ends over there, more running back help. You got to figure something out here, man. Run the ball more so you're not so one-dimensional. I don't know. Maybe I could be let in. We'll see. Maybe they'll let me help them. I'm not Dan Silliite. You got to read the full comment of saying they need to get back to it and get their heads in the game. Yeah, man, they need to get Jalen Hurts back. That's what I keep trying to get across. And I understand a lot of people feel that Gardner Minshew is the same guy in this offense. I don't. And look, I'm pissed off right now. I'll be real with you, Liz. This team really let us down. We thought we could go into this game, pull off the win, and look, we talked about the Saints being hungry, getting Marshawn Lattimore back. What a huge touchdown he had with that interception. So, all the things we talked about this week, we couldn't sleep on them. And it's not even that you slept on them. You just made so many stupid effing mistakes and you didn't come to play. You didn't come with a great game plan. The players didn't execute. There was just so much all around that you could just be pissed off about. So I'm with you guys. Don't get me wrong. This game was shit. But what I'm saying is I already see the media trying to, the Eagles are one and done. It's over. Yeah. Once I see that, I laugh because I'm sorry. No, it's not, because once we get those guys back, all these glaring issues that are because those guys are out, hopefully are just, not issues because those guys are back in. That's how I see it. Dropping to 5 seed, playing in Tampa versus and I was about to say, look, even if they lose, I don't care. I believe in this team with all those guys coming back, and I believe that they've shown they can beat anyone. And I don't think we're going to lose next week. I think we're going to win it, and we can definitely beat the Giants. But the Giants are going to come, and they're going to be hungry, trying to play for their wild card position. And Commanders lost today, so that didn't help them. Seahawks, Lions, everybody trying to get that spot. So we just have to worry about what we can do, and that's go win next week and literally control our destiny, number 1 seed. So let's go. Let's go, Jalen. Come on back, man. We need you. Hurts brings extra mojo. Dude, he is the leader. You look what he did to this team even when he took over for Wentz. Like, dude, people rally around him. He gets people ready to rock and roll. I want to see the mistakes cleaned up myself, man. And, without that quarterback there, you see the offensive line. They're just not in sync with their quarterback. It's just so many things you talk about without him here. You see the issues here. And the media can spin whatever they want about him not being MVP. I think this proved that he is MVP. Whatever. Not running the ball made me want to punch myself in the face punch them, but I couldn't. So trust me, I was screaming, losing my mind, man. It was insane. That new Eagles quarterback ain't worth crap. Yeah, man. Our backup, look, we talked about it. You're going to have a big fall off when you have an MVP. We heard the media try to tell us that this guy's Hurts isn't developed. He's not good. It's just a system. It's the system. Gardner Minshew can do the same thing. He cannot do the same thing. And we've got some great players here, but you've got to have a good quarterback that brings, and we talked about it all week, the threat he brings to a defense. Gardner Minshew does not even come close to bringing that. So, yeah, man, that's why he's a backup and why I laughed at all the people this offseason that said he should start over Jalen Hurts or trade Jalen Hurts. It's like, what? MVP, man. MVP. Minshew was scared throwing versus man where Hurts punished. Yeah, man, he's not afraid of anything. The throws he's made this year, like, it's laughable that people thought this dude wasn't a good quarterback. He's a great quarterback. And great throws under pressure, as Ryan says here. And, playing at an MVP level, throwing on the run, taking those hits like you're saying, man, under pressure, just the things he has done this year, insane. Oh, he's a running quarterback. Yeah, okay, dude. He runs when it helps the team. Like, oh, what a horrible thing. He gets first downs, touchdowns. Like, bro, we're winning. Like, we're still the best team in the NFL. I don't care, man, what they say. I don't. This is Gardner Minshew, who's not even holding a candle to who Jalen Hurts is. And, missing Lane Johnson, your best right tackle who doesn't give up sacks. And all day you're getting given up sacks. You gave up freaking 6 of them today. And it shows, man. It drives me insane. So, yeah, Drew, we talked about that earlier. Oh, my God. Him with the neck injury, that's concerning. Janarius Robinson's going to have to step it up now because you got Derek Barnett on IR. So, God help us all. Yeah. So, look, Josh Sweat, we're going to, hope for the best for you, man. And hopefully it's nothing too serious. He's got feeling in all of his extremities and everything. So that's great news there. But we talked about, we're 5 away from breaking the NFL record sacks this season. Obviously, we've got an extra game, but that's still fantastic to have 68 sacks in a season right now at this point. And, 72 is the record. So 5 breaks it. And, you talk about first team in NFL history to have 4 players, and that's in 16 games with 10 plus sacks. I mean, man, they are doing special things. So you really hope to have him back here soon because this defense has been phenomenal because of those guys. So, oh my God, of course. You know what I mean? It just feels like it just riles up on you. But yeah, he did not make a great case for him to go get a job somewhere next year as a free agent. So look, he's a backup for a reason, but he's got some talent, but we talked about it. He's another one that's so up and down. And unfortunately, we got the down in this game, and it was really down. I mean, just so inaccurate, just bad decision-making, everything, man. It just looked horrible out there. It was bad. It really was. I hope Sweaty, dude, for sure, man. That sucked, dude. I was like, you got to be. Like, starting off like that, then seeing that, don't do this to me. Don't. And then all game is just torture. And then they keep hanging around, so they just keep you, just right around. Okay, there's a little hope here. Okay. And then, kills me. Yeah, we talked about that yesterday and the day before that too, man. So we wanted him to get reps. We're going to get him getting reps, right, man? So, look, we'll be all right. But thinking positively indeed. Let's go. We need to get these guys back and just hope that we get clicking on all cylinders again. There's a reason we're the number 1 team in the NFL. So let the media and, the casual fans, get twisted by it. That's fine. We'll be just fine. New backup quarterback next season. Yeah, dude, we'll probably draft somebody. I'm sure we'll add a veteran, something like that, but he'll be a free agent. He'll want to, try to get a job somewhere to compete, but good luck, man. This was not great for his chances there, but yeah, you saw how that went down for him. Now injuries matter, but not for the Cowboys. I don't know what you mean. See, you can't just lump everyone together. See, this is one of those unintelligent fans. You see, you have to understand that, no, we literally talked about every one of those injuries. See, here in this channel, we actually break everything down. So you're going to have to use the regurgitated Trumpy lines somewhere else. Apologize, but this is a channel where people are educated. It's just tough, man. We have no reason. And by the way, like, yes, it does matter when you're missing your starting quarterback. Like it mattered when Dak Prescott was out. Like, if you think that doesn't matter, I would urge you to start learning just a little bit more. But far chance of that happening. Tough indeed, man. Yeah. And look, this team, there's obviously a lot of doom and gloom. Everybody thinks the season's over now, but for me, those are very important things. So unfortunate to lose. There's both these teams you should have been able to beat without them, even if it was just close games. You still should have got those games won, but didn't happen. Didn't happen. So it is what it is. If it's MVP quarterback, that's quite different to me. A starting right tackle that hasn't given up a sack in like 2 years. I think that's important, actually, when you see when he's out, they give up, 3 on that side. So, yeah, it is kind of important. But a tough loss indeed, man. It was, for sure. Bad decision-making, missing. Yeah, dude, it was trash all around, for sure. So, yep. What's his Minshew look so awkward? Yeah, man, he sure does. I saw someone make a comment, I'm sure, whatever you're referring to there, like a child running from something. I was laughing my ass off. Yes, you just said the same thing. Yeah, I think we've all, we've said the same. Okay, but yes, man, Liz here. Yes, exactly. This is something we've talked about. One thing that was really nice to see is those backups stepping in and showing, they kept us in this game. If the offense could have got things rolling. So that's nice to see before the playoffs. And you want to see what they do next week against the Giants, shutting down Barkley, trying to shut down Daniel Jones and his receivers here. They put a hurting on the Colts. That's fine. We can beat them. And, having Hurts back, I think that is obviously going to help the defense out more too. And it'll help our weapons, the offensive line. So the run game will be helped more. The fact that you didn't run the ball, like what are they thinking? But defense looked great today. So I'm with you on that, Liz. But yes, all the things we said a million times now about Minshew and just this team on offense, it was trash. But defense looked great. Set a lot of records. Good job. That's great. We need you for the playoffs, and we're going to need all those guys back on offense for these playoffs. They definitely stepped up, man. And it was huge seeing that Josiah Scott interception before halftime. I'm like, look, that could have been really bad, 20-0 at halftime. But instead, we get a good drive going, hoping that would help in the locker room for some momentum. But at the end of the day, there's too many stupid mistakes. You throw the interception, a lot more for a touchdown. It's like, look, dude, I don't think Hurts is going to do those things. So it is what it is, man. Defense really lighting up the second half. Just gave a chance. Yeah, man. Look, they did all they could. I don't know if they could force fumbles more. They did what they could. But, it was a great job by the defense. So I thought, if the offense would have scored, then you would have won the game. I guess the defense could have tried to score too. They could have tried to do things like that, but thought they did all they could. I think it was more on the offense, but we'll have to agree to disagree. I just think that shitty game plan, shitty execution, and you just kept shooting yourself in the foot. So that's what you're going to get. You're going to get a loss. You did that 2 weeks in a row now, and I'm pissed, but don't get me wrong, man. I think that once you get your leader back, everybody gets on the same page, I think we'll be just fine. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. What frustrated me is winnable game. Yeah, man. Same as last week. Winnable games. Very happy for BG. This defense. Eagles going to lose. No Eagles score. Yes, Stuart, you have made it very clear. You do not like Gardner Minshew. We all want our MVP quarterback. I don't know if I haven't said that in this half hour here, but yes. If you missed the 30 minutes of us talking about it, go ahead and rewind it. But I caught your past 2 comments about that. Yes, that's why we've talked about this guy as the MVP. People talked about Gardner Minshew would come in and do the same thing. I think this shows that Jalen Hurts is actually the MVP. That's how I feel about it. But I think, as shown here, I think that's how a lot of people are feeling now too. So, can't wait to get you back next week, Jalen. But ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back tomorrow. We'll be talking about this defeat. No victory Monday. No, it's a misery Monday. So we'll be talking about it tomorrow. We'll break it down. And we'll just try to combat the media here. We'll try to make things right. And we'll talk about the fact that this Eagles team will get things right when Jalen Hurts comes back. So not a big deal. 3 and outs were the worst in a long time. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Team got 14 sacks last 2 games. Those 2 records mean nothing. Larry, I am sorry you are offended. Not a great way to start off the new year. I hope your day gets better and your year too. Hope things turn around for you, man. Would love a vet as our backup quarterback. Yeah, we'll probably do that next year. You never know. Hopefully CJ comes back too this week. Yes, I mentioned that earlier, Liz. He is eligible to come back, so I'll keep you up to date with all that news. But tomorrow, we'll have Misery Monday. Giants for starters, don't rest starters. Yo, we're going to beat the hell out of them either way. And then Tuesday, it will be Behind Enemy Lines. We'll be talking all about the Giants, their injuries, their depth chart, their stats, the standings, how we can beat them throughout the week. We'll be talking about the top matchups. I will keep you up to date with every single injury you need to know about. Jalen Hurts, CJ Gardner-Johnson, all of that stuff. But Liz, Knight, Drew, everybody that took the time, Stuart, all of you. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. Hope you can turn this day around. I know it's not the way we wanted to start the new year, but let's believe that next week we'll come out. We will clinch this number 1 seed. We will win the NFC East. Let's go, baby. Jalen Hurts, we need you back, baby. So let's go. MVP. But if you need me, you know, you can always reach out down below at any of these platforms. You can always comment down below. If you got anything from this video, do me a favor, hit that like button. Let me know how you feel. If you're watching this later, I'd love to hear how you felt about this game. Do you agree with a lot of people in the chat? Is this season over because Gardner Minshew couldn't get the job done? Or do you think Jalen Hurts is a much different quarterback, and when he comes back, this will be the team that was the best in the NFL? I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. How do you think this Giants game goes? Whatever's on your mind, let me hear it. I'll keep you up to date. If tomorrow we get any Josh Sweat news, anything like that, I will happily let you guys know whenever that comes out. But Wednesday is always the initial injury report, so we'll definitely have that news then. Would have been nice. Yes, indeed. But let's go. We'll get that first round bye. All about it. Appreciate you. And again, if you got anything from it, hit that like button. Do me a favor and subscribe to the channel. You can turn that notification bell on. Join us live tomorrow. We'll be talking about this game, and then Tuesday Behind Enemy Lines and so forth. But ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have for you. I'm bummed. I am bummed we lost, but I'm trying to bring you some kind of hopeful thinking here that this team will get on the right track. We will be on the road to victory. I am trying to believe that and it is possible, dude. It's Jalen Hurts here. So let them keep down. Remember what happened this offseason. They all said we sucked and doubted. That's great news, right? Because now we're going to come back and whoop ass. So Jalen Hurts, light a fire under his ass. Come on out swinging. Let's beat those little gnats. That's what I'm all about. But I hope you all had a happy new year. Hope you have if you're partying again tonight, stay safe out there. Have another great night. Because look, man, we're going to have to get through this as well as we can. Get rid of the no good New Eagle. Stewart is letting us know the same exact thing again. Backup lose, sir. Yes, the backup lost indeed. Oh, it's Cyril. Cyril's back to speak as the Riddler. Well, I can't answer any of your riddles right now, but ladies and gentlemen, I got to get heading out. I hope you all enjoy your new year as much as you can. Hope to see you tomorrow. Again, if you need me, please feel free to reach out. But until next time, I am Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. Stay safe out there. Happy New Year. And as always, go Birds!